Okay, so what we're gonna go over right now is common counters that you're gonna find yourself running into when trying to do the knee bar. Now, as funny as it may sound, there's been a counter that was actually giving us a problem for a little while until we kind of figured out which angle to use. And you're gonna see this a lot, okay? Now, a lot of people think maybe this defense wouldn't work. If you have a slightly longer legs, okay, it will change a lot of things. If this guy's got really, really short legs, this counter might not be the best for really, really short guys. But if you're a lanky guy and the guy has the knee bar already straight, you can actually try this and everything, and it'll help for you. And so yeah, we'll work on it right now. So he locks around our waist. Now, when we're thinking about finishing our knee bar, right, I know we want to be in the sit, but eventually when we go to fall to the side, like I want to make sure my hips are closer and closer to his knee joint when I actually finish. By him hugging around my hips, it's going to keep me kind of too close to his hips. So I'll show you guys. We're going to fall to the side here. Fall to the side like I'm doing my finish. He's going to keep me hugged. From here, as you can see, if I can't scoot my hips closer to his knee, this isn't going to do a lot. Also, when we talked about in past videos too, about managing the toes with my head, as you can see, as he's pulling my hips into his hips, I can't, even if I was able to get his leg straight here, I can't get my head to his foot. Even if his leg was like completely straight here, I can't get my head to his foot here. I can try. It's really easy for him to get his toes away from me. Same thing if we go forward, right? We're up here. I go forward here. It's going to keep me from getting my hips where I need it at the end of that pendulum. Again, I can try lifting here, but my hips are on his hip. His leg can bend here, okay? Like it can move with me. I need to be over here. Same thing when we fall to the top leg here. Fall into the top leg again. I need to be scooting my hips up closer. Now, the taller the guy, the better the defense. You know, it's going to be for him type of thing if he's the taller guy. This is hard for me to climb up. Even when I'm compressing, I'm not managing the leg like I need to, so I need to be closer to the kneecap, okay? The one angle that this doesn't affect is when we go straight back. Come in here, okay? And again, I can grip both legs, or post your hand, grip both legs. With this, as he's pulling me, I can bump my butt back here, okay, and start going. Now, as I'm going straight back, his grip has gotten farther away from his body, and as you can see, my hips are lined right up with his knee, right in that sweet spot that I need to finish. So he can keep his hands locked here. I'm still gonna get my finish. Okay, so next series that we're gonna go to, we're working our different counters and counter to the counter, okay? So the first two moves we're going to go through kind of fast because we've already showed this before. And again, we'll be posting links if you want to see links to these first two counters. This is all going to go into a drill and or like a flow later on. So we'll get through this first two real fast. So I'm going to sit for the knee bar, right? So we're going for our knee bar here, and a lot of times what you're going to encounter and why you got to have a tight knee pinch here is when the guy goes to do a big kick over like he's going to run. And a lot of times they're going to try to put this foot on your butt and he's going to try to kick out just like that, okay? So that's what a lot of times what he's going to do. So as we're kicking over here, in the very beginning, if we see it coming and if it's a perfect world, we'll be able to knee pinch, put that foot down on the mat, and get our finish right up here, pop until he until he taps, okay? So a lot of times that's, you know, if we catch her off the bat, then that's what we're gonna get, okay? If we're a little bit too slow, we do have the chance to get our calf crunch here. And again, we went over this, I think it was like episode 5 actually. And then we can get our calf crunch here, locking our hands, throwing our hips up, and getting our finish, okay? Okay, so next one we're gonna go to, this is just in case we missed the calf crunch a little bit here. His foot slides out, okay? And again, we have to find a way to come up and start wrestling with him to come up on top, okay? Like I don't wanna stay on my back and have to try to finish every leg lock. Every once in a while, he's gonna get out. I've got to jump up and be ready to scramble and come up on top, right? Before we start this one, okay, there's a little drill. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys are already doing it, and they probably don't even realize what the drill is for, right? And a lot of guys have to do this often, okay? We'll roll out our back, you're coming up, and you're putting one leg flat like this, okay? So this is almost like we're in our calf crunch situation. We're building up, and we're going over our shin, okay? Coming up over our shin like this, okay? So we have to get good reaction time coming like this, not like this, because it's going to be too hard to rock up, right? So as we're doing the move, and he goes to turn and kick out, right? So we're going here, and I'm going to miss the calf crunch, right? He goes, kicks out. Here, again, what I want to do to slow him down, I'm going to hold on to his heel a little bit here, because this will slow him down a little bit. putting this leg flat to his leg, rocking up over my shin here and coming up on top. Okay, so next one of the moves for our counter series here is we actually saw this counter first, and it's very similar, and a lot of people are using this, but Alan Belcher, if you guys hadn't seen this fight already, you should go look it up if you can. Alan Belcher used this technique on Husmar Palhares, and again, I gotta watch it. I don't know if he used it once or twice, but he used it really well. And this is one of those things, a lot of people are getting better about countering leg locks, and this is something that you need in your repertoire if you're trying to avoid leg locks, and you need to know it to counter the counter too. So again, we'll go down, right, I'm falling to the side, he's kicking over, and as he's getting his knee free, instead of totally bailing, he's gonna kick back over here, and this is when you start cross-facing, and really being a big problem for me too, okay? So here, we're gonna work on countering the counter. The main thing here is, like, as we go to sit, if I see his knee free, I need to sit up right away, okay? Not to chase after wrestle him, but before he kicks that leg up and over my head. So we'll go real slow at first here. So I'm going down here. He gets a big kick over. Now once he frees his knee, I've got to have this arm ready. Boom, I'm blocking here. Now a lot of times either he'll go back to his knees and I can wrestle, or here, as he goes to kick over, he'll have so much momentum where he'll already fall. And we can get into like our leg drag and start kind of passing from here. Okay, so now next part of it again, still sticking with this, we've just basically named this, and it's easier for us to remember, as the Alan Belcher counter, okay? So there's going to be different stages of this. 1, if I beat him to the punch. 2, if I'm slightly late, and then 3, which we'll get into a little bit later, like if I'm really late, okay? So all these counters are is just how soon can I react, okay? So we're going to fall to the side, he's going to do the exact same counter. So I'm falling to the side here, he kicks over, he's freeing his knee, he's kicking back over. Now let's say I was a little too late. What I don't want to do is let him grab my head here. If he grabs my head, I'm going to be in deep trouble, okay? Same thing too, like he could punch me and everything from here, okay? So I'll either grab with one hand or I'll block with 2 hands. It doesn't really, it's not too big of a deal, okay? But I want to make sure this does not grab my head, because that's what's going to stretch me out. I'm going to go back to my knees, and it's important, this right leg, my right leg here, my top leg is going to stay in between his legs so I can reshoot this, okay? So now we're going to go here, and we're going to like our turtle. Now, we're releasing a video, and you guys will probably see it in a few weeks, and when we finally post that, we'll post links in the description and everything. From here, we're going to go to our turtle entrance here, okay? You notice how my leg is still in the middle? We're just going to stick with a standard sliding inside. I want to duck my head inside. Now again, I don't want to roll forward. I'm trying to duck my head through the middle of his legs, and both of my hands are going to go to his legs. When I do this, when I'm upside down, because it happens kind of fast, as I go underneath, I want to pull with his legs. So I'll try to go slow motion right now. Here, I'm ducking my head as deep as I can, ducking my head here, and a lot of times I can lift up my knee to make room for my head, okay? Now as we go here, you notice how I'm hooking the legs? When I go here, I'm going to pull the legs to me. Pull, and then shoot him through. And I want to make sure this leg here is kicking him in the middle of the butt. I'm going to come back up on top for our sit position here. Okay. Okay, last technique, and this is going to wrap up our whole counter series, or counter to the counter series, okay? This is if we're really late, okay? We did the same defense and everything, but we're really late. He's going, and we still don't want to let him grab our head. That's the main thing. So again, we fall to the side. He's going over, bringing his knee, stepping over here. Now let's say I was really late, okay? Really late. Just do not let him grab your head here, okay? And we like to call this like the fetus position here, because if I close in a ball, he's not going to be able to secure a position on me out here. The good thing is, if this were MMA, no, I don't want to just stay here. But the second he goes to reach up and punch, here, now that's going to give me the space to come back here. Now again, now we're in a half guard. We can do it. We can shoot our knee bar a lot of different ways. We can hike them this way. We can scoot ourselves under. We can do the Frank Mir. For right now, we're just going to shoot through. I'm coming through, and I'm going to go right back for my turtle roll. Okay, one more time.